Alrighty, guess I'll just work on some circuit while yapping away. Do I have a code rotate? Yes, I do. I have Mesa. Alright, that works. I don't even really need to care about whatever else. Guess I'll just do it solo some, because if I stay in a public lobby, it'll probably last for a lot longer than I want it to. Because I just want to record this video, immediately edit it, and then work on finishing this. Just saying it gets rank 5 though. Just need the Intamos Incarnate from this rotation. I've heard that it's a pretty good weapon. Does it beat the Kuva Nukor or the Tenet Cyclone? Probably not, but still is a good weapon to go for. And I still am working on getting all the Incarnates anyway. Last night it rained quite a bit though. I mean, really, it was kind of on and off throughout the day, but especially at night it was really pouring hard. And of course I was on trash duty, so I had to go around the store, replace all the trash, and go outside in the rain to unload all the trash into the dumpster. So I definitely got quite a bit wet. I really don't mind it though. I kind of find it fun in a sense. Also, I did have a slight headache, and the rain genuinely kind of helped my headache. I don't know how that works, but I do appreciate it. I've always kinda liked the rain. I mean, it especially helps that whenever it does rain, it is normally less busy at my work, because even though I'm just at a restaurant, there still is a lot of outdoor activities. So when it rains, people don't really come for the outdoor activities, and most people typically come for the outdoor activities and the restaurant. It's not just one or the other. So it's just genuinely a lot less busy because of rain whenever it comes around. So I've always really liked the rain for work. But even outside work, I do think that just rain is nice. I do think it maybe helps cool things down a little bit. It hasn't been too hot today, or even yesterday. It was actually pretty nice yesterday, like low 70s. And like, thank goodness, because it has just been pretty up and down this summer. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not. And I've just always preferred colder weather. I love winter weather personally. Doesn't help that my room gets pretty dang hot because of my PC. I've always wondered if my PC is maybe just a little bit not as good with cooling, but no, just GPUs these days run pretty hot. You look at it, you're like, oh, 60 degrees Celsius under load, is that good? And it's like, yeah, that actually is completely fine. And it's like, wait, what? 60 degrees Celsius? That's still pretty dang hot. Yeah, it still is pretty hot. But hey, I mean, it's a normal temp for it. But the rain, I really like the rain. It, again, just feels nice. I also feel like bright weather, I just do not do well with. My eyes are just sensitive to bright light for some reason. Bright sunlight specifically. I've heard that part of it might just be the color of your eyes affects your sensitivity to sunlight. And apparently green eyes have pretty sensitive eyes to that, whereas brown eyes are a lot less sensitive, and I do have green eyes, so that would make sense. Now, humid rain is not fun. Whenever that comes around, that it's just, oh man, it feels like you're in a sauna outside. But yesterday was not humid rain, and it's also kind of just was really windy. It was really storming a lot last night. Actually, there was quite a bit of thunder and lightning. We don't have to actually really do the trash whenever there's thunder or lightning outside, but I was like, whatever. What's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't strike me. Like, come on, bro. I'm slightly joking. Whenever me and coworkers are at work, we, joke around all the time about getting hurt, whatever. Whenever we talk about getting hurt or something, we're like, oh, just make sure to clock out if you do that. It's like, all right, if you're going to go die somewhere, just make sure to be off the clock. That's what we'll say. So yesterday I was just saying like, oh, too bad the lightning didn't strike me. Even though work yesterday was completely fine. For some reason, I always have like a slight headache on Saturday. I don't know if it's because my food eating schedule is out of whack. Maybe. I don't know. But for some reason, when it comes to rain or stormy weather, there's like really a masculine urge to just stand out in front of it. The boys will understand, but whenever there's crazy weather outside, don't you want to just like stand in it for a bit, just kind of experience that and feel that? I guess I should select some decrees. What should I even go for though? Oh, I should have gone with that multi-shot. God darn it. Oh, that was a good one. And now everything else is garbage. Like if there was a tornado outside, which apparently there was like a tornado watch last night, I personally, I would like to go outside and watch the tornado while other people would be scrambling to get to safety. I'd be like, oh no, I gotta see it, man. I think part of it is just because you see tornadoes online, but it's a different experience to actually see one in person. Really gives you a whole different perspective of it. And also, that might be the only time you ever see a tornado in person in your life. But also, just going outside when it's really windy is nice. I mean, feeling that strong breeze blow against you. Oh, and especially when it's like super strong and it's like almost knocking you over. It's an experience that you don't really get too often. And then when it's just like downpouring, you're outside, like, whoa! The boys will understand. Just chaos can be fun. That's really the best way to sum it up. Only downside about rain, I guess, is that I do wear glasses, so whenever I go outside, my glasses get wet, then I have to wipe them off. But that's about it. Like, I didn't mind yesterday getting wet at all while still being on the clock. It's just my dang glasses. Gotta wipe them off after. And then I guess in other news, I've still just been messing around with my arcade stick a little bit. I can't wait for August 6th, because that's when Marvel Tokon comes out. That's a main game that I've been wanting to play with my arcade stick, actually. I have like a few other fighting games I could mess around with if I wanted to, but I'm just not in the mood to mess around with them at the moment. So really, I've just been playing some of Alien Hominid with the arcade stick, and it's worked completely fine. That being said, I'm still kind of adjusting to actually using an arcade stick for the first time. I feel like most people probably get a little stuck up on how to use the actual stick, like how to grip it. For me, the difficulty was actually the buttons. Like, I just let my hand do whatever it wants to with the stick, but for the buttons, my hand did not know what it wants to do. But I eventually kind of figured out a layout that I can kind of wrap my head around. I was also paying attention to other online videos of how people use the buttons for their arcade stick. It seems like they involve their thumb a little bit more. Me, I don't use my thumb at all for my arcade stick. I guess for like the main 4 buttons, I'm using pointer, middle, and ring finger. My thumb does not press any buttons at all. And then my pinky touches like the 2 far bottom right buttons. And then my ring finger touches the top 3 right buttons, if that makes sense. My pointer finger is at that very bottom left button. And keep in mind, this is just an 8 button layout. Probably be better if I drew an example for it, but I am a little bit busy right now. Regardless, that's the method I've been relying on so far. It's getting there. The thing with Alien Hominid is that you really only need to use a few buttons. I just kind of wish I could remap 2 buttons, because the rolls, when it comes to rolling in that game, it's like you press the left button to roll to the right, and you press the right button to roll to the left. So I would like to swap that around, but I don't think I can do that with the arcade stick, because while it does work with Alien Hominid, you can only map the keyboard. You can't map a controller on there. Controller does work, but you can't change any of the bindings, is what I'm saying. So just gotta stick with what I got for now. That's fine though, because again, I mostly got the arcade stick for fighting games like Marvel Tokon. Alien Hominid is just a little bit of something to kind of help adjust getting used to my arcade stick. I've not been playing too much Warframe lately. Mostly just been doing the weekly stuff, and that's about it. However, August 4th, there is Dog Days, and then August 12th, there is the Emir Nightwave, and with the Emir Nightwave, there are 2 augments, one for EFV Jupiter and the EFV Mars. Hopefully, it makes them pretty good. I think they're kind of neat weapons. They just are not that strong, really, and they probably should be a little bit stronger for their MR requirement. I mean, the AX-52 and Vesper also are not that good, but they do have augments that actually make them pretty decent, so hopefully the same happens for the Jupiter and Mars weapons. I would like for them to be pretty good. Then earlier today, I went to a place called Flyers for food. Just got myself some buffalo boneless wings. I'm really an either or person. I can go with boneless or boned wings. It doesn't matter to me. I kind of switch it up here and there, but their buffalo sauce and spicy garlic sauce, pretty dang good, I gotta say it. Only thing that kind of stinks is that they are a little bit further away, but that's alright. It's not like I'm going there too often. Then Tuesday, I got a dentist appointment. I'm gonna have to clock out my shift a bit early for that. Then I don't really think there's too much else going on right now, really. Just still working at the same old restaurant as normal. Still job searching. It's still not going too well. That's alright though. Then still just kind of waiting for Marvel Tokon, mostly. A little bit of Warframe here and there. But anyway, think I'll call that there for now, so I'll see you all in whatever I do next.